The silence of the Siberian taiga was absolute, a thick, oppressive blanket that stifled even the whispers of the wind. Mikhail trudged through the dense forest, his breath clouding in the chill air, each step crunching over the snow-coated ground. He was a hunter by trade, but the eerie quiet had driven away even the bravest of game. It was as if the land itself was holding its breath. Over the ridge, Mikhail could see the top of the great tree that marked the start of his territory. He'd visit that tree every month, a silent guardian of his family's legacy. As he approached, the forest seemed to draw closer, shadows stretching and weaving around him. There, at the base of the tree, the air felt wrong, thick and charged like the moments before a lightning strike. Then, without warning, the sky erupted in a blinding flash of light. Mikhail threw himself to the ground, arms covering his head as a thunderous explosion shattered the silence. The ground shook violently, trees snapped like matchsticks, and a wave of searing heat washed over him. For what felt like an eternity, the world was nothing but chaos and destruction. When he finally dared to lift his head, the landscape had transformed into a hellscape. The once majestic forest was now a sprawling expanse of devastation, trees flattened in a radial pattern from a distant focal point. The air was thick with the acrid smell of scorched wood, and something else, something metallic and alien. Days turned into weeks as Mikhail and a few survivors tried to make sense of what had happened. The tales they told were of a great fireball descending from the heavens, but no one could say for certain what they had seen. It was then that Mikhail noticed the changes. The shadows seemed darker, more oppressive. Strange noises echoed through the trees at night. Whispers, unearthly and unintelligible, clawed at the edge of his hearing. One evening, while gathering what little game he could find, he stumbled upon a clearing far deeper into the forest than he had ever ventured. There, glowing faintly in the twilight, was a fragment of something otherworldly, half buried in the churned earth. It pulsed with a sickly green light, and as he reached out to touch it, the shadows around him seemed to shiver with anticipation. In that moment, Mikhail understood that what had fallen from the sky was no ordinary meteorite. It was a doorway, a breach between worlds. The air tasted of fear and the unknown, and he realized with a shiver that the forest would never be the same. The Tunguska Event, they would call it a mystery for the ages. But Mikhail knew the truth in his bones. Something had come through that doorway, and it was still out there, hidden in the shadows, watching, waiting.